Hi, my name is Monica. I'll be your OET trainer for today. Now, if you're looking for the correct answer choice and nothing more, then please skip right ahead towards the end of this video. That's where you will find the correct answer. But if you are a student who's preparing for the OET exam and wants to learn how to answer different question types in your OET reading module, then please keep watching the entire video. Now, here we have a question which is asking me what aspect of a recent study published in Nature was unexpected. There are a couple of things that I want you to understand about this question. Here, first of all, they're looking for a particular aspect. Then that means they're not necessarily saying the entire thing was unexpected, but there's a certain section that was unexpected of the recent study, which was published in Nature. And here we are calling it unexpected. That's another thing. When I've used an adjective like this, unexpected, then that means in order to show that something is unexpected, I would have to use language. And that language would contain any or more words which would actually support the idea of unexpected. Maybe I'm calling something surprising. Maybe I'm calling something unpredictable. Maybe I'm saying that this is not what we thought would happen. So either I can use words to describe, basically adjectives to describe something was unexpected, or I can simply explain it in words, in sentences that, listen, we did not think this would happen. So what is that? That's unexpected. If you want to find the answer to this question type, what you need to do? Two things. Number one, first of all, you need to scan for a specific information. What is that information? Where is that recent study being discussed? It is possible that the entire paragraph discusses the recent study, or maybe only certain section discusses the recent study. If that certain section discusses the recent study, then only that section is important to answer this question. Nothing before it, nothing after it. But if the entire paragraph discusses the recent study, then we don't need to look for anything except the language. If a sentence is not explaining it in complete sentence or using words that tell me that something was unexpected, then I'm not going to pay attention to it because they're not asking for meaning, but they're asking is a very specific detail that they're asking actually. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Now, in the paragraph, they're saying among the most important of these recent studies is a community surveillance study recently published in blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter, doesn't do anything. These colleagues followed more than these, taking regular swabs regardless of symptoms or test history, sequence viral genomic. So this also doesn't contain my answer because it doesn't say anything which is unexpected. Remarkably tells me that, listen, remarkably, this is very, very important. Unexpected, no, but remarkably still is important. Viral genomic RNA could be detected in the respiratory tract for 1 to 6 months after initial infection, and this was surprisingly frequent. So what? I think they have made it too easy for me by saying it was surprisingly frequent. So they did not expect it to be frequent, but it turned out to be frequent, happening again and again. So that means this is what they found surprising between this much to this much. These clarified that their approach only detected higher titer infections, that used more sensitive detection, So this again does not contain anything which is unexpected, nothing. So I would not consider this area. That indicates that colleagues likely underestimate. So they possibly underestimated something, right? They did not think something would happen. They underestimated the frequency. Once again, I see the frequency thing is the underestimated part. See how easy it became. I wish all answers were easy like this. Frequency of viral persistence. So the viral persistence is not surprising, but the frequency, that is persistence. Now that is surprising for me. So I've already got my answers from these areas. And let's see. I do not want to be confused. So let me underline that this is the area where I found my answer choice, so that I can only come to this area and nothing else. I don't need to care about any other detail. Let's come to the answer choices. First of all, answer option A says the duration for which the viral RNA remained detectable. Now, this is way too much detail. It's a detailed question, but it's too much detail. I need to check. Okay, so they are saying here this could be detected in the respiratory for 1 to 6 months. 1 to 6 months is in duration. Yes, it is very much so. So 1 to 6 months is important. After initial infection, this was surprising. Duration. Okay. Underestimated the frequency. That's what they meant here. Got it. I don't have a problem with answer option A yet, but let me check if I find anything wrong with other answer choices or if I find a better answer. Even that's possible. But before I go further, if you have liked this video so far, then like and subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends so that I can keep making more such videos. And if you want me to make a different kind of video, let me know in the comments. Coming back to the question, the severity of symptoms in those with persistent infections. I saw the word persistent somewhere. So somebody is going to think, this could be the right answer. But please notice that here, what was unexpected? Was it the severity of symptoms? Let me check. In this one, they're not talking about severity of symptoms. Here, they're not talking about severity of symptoms. So no, this is not the thing that I was looking for. C answer option. The role of prior infections in preventing persistence. Prior infection, the infections that were happening early on. I've already marked it incorrectly because they only told me that could be detected in this. Here, I've read it again. I do not find prior infections in preventing this. What I wanted to understand here, specifically for answer option B and C, is that many students are going to choose B and C as the right answer. Why? Because they're going to read from here, or they're going to read from here. And somewhere in these areas, I'm sure severity of symptoms and prior infections are being discussed. So why is this happening? It is happening because the person who made this question, the experts who make the questions, they understand that in order to answer this question, the student would have to be aware of the fact that they're looking for language here. So if the student is just reading very, very carefully from the very first sentence, what would happen? The student would come across words which are given in all the answer choices. The student would waste a lot of time reading this very lengthy paragraph very carefully and being confused by its details. No. In OET reading part C, they do not want to check how much information can you retain in very short amount of time. They're not trying to do that. They are trying to check if you can understand the usage of language for multiple purposes, for various things, if you can understand the general gist. And here I've got a language question. So I've found the language. These specific areas only consist my language answer. So if I read anywhere else, I waste my time, I get to the wrong answer choice. Either B, either C, or maybe it could be D also. We don't know. So B and C are wrong. Then D says the effectiveness of testing in distinguish old and new infections. I don't see anything about old and new infection here and here as well. So I would just say this is wrong once again. So our correct answer option is answer option A. I hope this particular question type tells you that anytime you get any of these words, puzzled, surprised, confused, worried, these are detailed questions, yes, but at the same time, these are most importantly your language questions. And in a language question, you want to first of all identify where the topic is being discussed. That means scan for that information, not read carefully. Once you have identified which section of the paragraph discusses that, then you come to these tools, check, words, explain. Which words are actually supporting the unexpected, the puzzled, the surprised area, and you will definitely reach to the right answer. But don't just stop there. When you come back to your answer choices, eliminate. Then select the right answer, and you will be 100% sure that yes, my answer is actually correct because I've eliminated the other ones. And that's how you answer this question.